All right, welcome back to part two of building an app with the ArcGIS Maps SDK for JavaScript and the create-t3 app, which is using TypeScript, Tailwind, and trpc. In the first video, we used trpc, migrated an old fetch API that we used in the previous app. This one, we're going to go ahead and use Tailwind to kind of flesh that out a bit and make the results look a little bit better. So let's dig right in and check out what we can do. All right, let's try and let's clean this up a little bit here. And you'll have to excuse me if I jack up typing and stuff here. I am on a new keyboard. I've been on it for probably about a month now, and I'm still getting used to it. So please excuse me if I just like totally jack this up. But what I want to do is I actually want to put I'm going to create a layout in here so that I can have the same header for every page that I'll be routing to. And I'm not going to do the routing today. We'll do the routing in the next video, but I want to plan on having the routing. So I want to have that layout ready to go, right? And the layout's going to have the head, it's going to have the main, it'll have a div in here, and it's going to have pretty much everything I need to make a layout for every page, right? That's kind of the way the routing stuff would work with NextJS, which, to be honest with you, it's cool. It's fine. I do kind of miss having the very fine-grained outlets that React Query gives you, or even Dojo. Modern Dojo has outlets as well, and you can do some pretty fine-grained stuff with it, which is really nice. But this will work too. So we're going to copy the whole thing here. See, I don't even know how many lines it is. We'll just say, all right, 58 lines yanked. All right, cool. We're going to create a new directory, call it components, and it's going to set components here. And let's create a new layout, right? Okay. Oh, this is all kinds of jacked up here. I don't even know what all these errors. Okay, so I've got errors from everywhere. So the layout is not going to be using the trpc stuff. I will not be using next page. I don't. No, I won't be using next page here. It's not going to be a next page for the layout here. So yeah, that's what happened here. Okay, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oops, too much stuff to get rid of. Now, one thing I don't like to do, I mean, I like to just have regular functions here. So we're going to export a default function, and we're going to call it layout. Okay, so what was I doing? Okay. I don't need this stuff here. Unnecessary semicolon. Oh, so I made it a function, so. Okay. So I want this, yeah, still want to keep that main. And I want the div. I don't need anything inside the div, though. Which div am I going to? That div? Yeah, that div. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's change the title to create-t3 ArcGIS app. There we go. That's nice. I like that title. I don't need link right now, so we can get rid of that. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do here is this is going to take some children, right? It's going to be displaying stuff. So, of course, I need to type it. Children, right? There we go. Children, not children. All right, and this is going to be a React element. Like so. Let me parsing. Oh. Okay, that makes sense. Now I can say React element. I was wondering what happened to that stuff there. Okay, so can I do this as a type? Yeah, I like that. There we go. Okay. I was surprised it didn't import as a type. I wish it would have. Okay, so we're going to keep all this stuff here. It's the head. And I want a... let's make another div here. A div to hold the container, right? And this div is going to be using flex, and it's going to be a flex column, and it is going to have the full height of the screen. So I want to move, I want to move this stuff inside of there. Oh, I don't want to do that yet. Formatting messed me up. Okay, so now my main class is going to be very similar. But before I have the main, I'm going to have a header. And that header is just going to have, well, we'll put some stuff in there in a second. But let's get the class name here. So I want this header, that's not what I want. Come on, people. Okay, so I want this to always be at the top. So we'll make it sticky. And we're going to say that it always sticks to the top. All right, so top 0. Let's give it a z-index of 30. I think 30 should be fine. Yeah, I don't think I need anything 99999. Would be cool there. Full width, and let's give it some padding on the X of 2. Padding on the Y of 4. Is that what it means? Yeah. Yeah. PX, PY. Yeah. Yeah. Now, this is one cool thing I like that I can do with Tailwind, right? So I'm going to say that I want the text color to be any hex color I want. So I can go ahead and say that it's just going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be white. That's pretty much the same as saying white. You know, I need to do it like that. But like the background here, so I want the background to be a color from calcite colors, right? So I'm going to use, what is it? 007. Right here. 007 AC2. That should be a background of blue, calcite blue. Okay, so inside my header now, I'm pretty much just going to go have a span. And that span is just going to say ArcGIS NextJS. Okay, so I need some more style on my span. So more class name stuff. Now, I am not a CSS guy, right? That is not my bread and butter. It's not what I do. But I know enough to get by and do some stuff. I know enough to be dangerous, as they say, right? So if I'm doing stuff that's completely wrong here, I'm sure someone will tell me at some point. So, okay. So this here, I don't like this min H screen. So we're going to do flex, and we're going to do height full. Yes, I want flex column. Yes, I want item center. Background gradient, right? So this is a built-in gradient. This is the that purple, light purple to dark purple color. I'll leave it. No big deal. So this one here, we've got, what am I doing here? So what is this? This is a div. This container, I gotta look it up again what it does in Tailwind. I don't like it. It messes me up. So I'm gonna say again height full, and we're gonna say that it is width full. If I could spell full. And what do I want here? It's still flex column, item center, justify center, but I don't need all this this gap stuff. Yeah, we don't want all that. Okay. All right. So now inside of this div, I can go ahead and pass the children. All right. So this is going to be my layout. Let's format it. Okay, cool. All right, so we've got our head, we've got our layout. Now we need to actually use the layout. So let's come over here in my index, and actually not the index, no. Okay, so here we can go ahead and get rid of stuff. So we're going to get rid of all this stuff. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I don't know. You don't like it. I don't like it. None of us like it. All right, TypeScript. We're good. So I want to say that in the app here, we're gonna wrap everything in my layout. Okay, so then my style is not working right here. So no, this happened to me before. I deleted my style import. My bad. Okay, so there we go. All right, so there it is. So there's a header. Here's a background, and everything is coming soon, right? So okay, so I need some more pieces here. I need a something that is going to show the actual plants themselves, right? I need a list, something that's going to display everything, right? So it's going to create that. We will call this come on, list.tsx. All right, so we're going to import. I'm going to be using the link here. Okay, so now what I want to do is I need to export. Oh, come on. A default function. Let's do a snippet. All right, and that function is going to be called plants list, and it's going to take a string, and that string we'll call it type. Okay, awesome. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to what's going on there? I'm going to go ahead and extract the data from, no, it's going to be equal to the trpc call, right? So it was what? trpc dot arcgis dot powerplants dot use query. And I need to return a list of these. So what I'm going to do is create another function. All right, so function snippet. Wish I was at the top. We'll call this create list. Oh, this is the one I want. I know what I was thinking over there. Okay, so this is going to take a type. It's going to have string. The plant list is not going to take any arguments at all. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to return a link, because ultimately every time I click on one of these plants, one of the power plants in the list, I'm going to go to a new page. So I'm going to use the link to do that. And for now, because I don't have the other stuff set up, we're going to just say that it's going to go to the root, right? And let's give it a key. And that key is going to be, what am I going to say? Say plant dash $, and we'll say type. That should be unique enough. And it's just going to have a div inside of here, and that div is just going to have the type. Let's go ahead and do this. I don't know what that error was. That was weird. Okay, so let's do class name. Okay, so we're going to do padding of 2 and px padding of 6. That should be good. And let's make this border, and just the border bottom, right? That way it's not If you don't do like just one border, top or bottom, then you get like some weird thick borders where they cross over, right? So with full, and let's say I want the cursor on this one. So again, I could do this with this is actually kind of cool with Tailwind, where I can set the cursor up like this. And okay, so now this I do like. So I can say hover, and on hover, I want different classes, right? So I'm gonna have a border left, and that border left is gonna be of a size 4. And I believe that's 4 pixels. And then I think I believe I need to do a hover again like this. And I want to set the color is gonna be something else. So border left is gonna be what color? Blue, and we'll say it's blue 700. And you can go look these colors up on the Tailwind doc. They're in there. I don't know why this is doing this. This is really, really weird. Yeah, I don't know why. Now it works. Did I have that misspelled before? That's kind of weird. Okay, so I just let the LSP import it, and now everything's happy. I'm not gonna complain. All right, so now we're gonna return. So I got my data. I'm gonna return the results now. I'm gonna make a list, right? So it's gonna be a div. And that div is going to take the data, if it exists, and the types, if they exist, and map over them using the create list function. Now this div that is actually going to hold all of this needs to fill out the page again. So we're going to go ahead and do the class name, and it's going to be background. I'm just gonna say white. I'm not gonna do the whole. Sorry, I'm not gonna do the whole hex color thing. I don't need to here. Again, I want the border, and we're gonna make the border. Let's say gray, right? So let's say border dash gray. What color? Say 200. And we're gonna go and say that again with full and height full. Now let's make the text. I'm on white, so let's make the text like a really dark gray, not quite black, but 900. I think that's a good one. I also want the text to be extra large because the I'm on a I'm on a large monitor, so I want my text to be extra large as well. All right, let's format that. Save my results. Okay, so now we actually have to use this inside of our component here, right? So over here, and I believe I want to use it inside the index, right? So where I have coming soon. So this is where I need to start using my list. Okay, so I am not using head here. I'm not using link. So I'm just going to go and say that when I open this page, the first thing I want to see is going to be the plants list. And there we go. There's our plants list. Let's put like a small, like mobile device style, what it would look like. It's a little bigger here, 100%. So as I go through here, I can go ahead and click on something, and it's going to go ahead and go to the idea here is that I'll be able to click on something like oil, and it'll go to a new page, display a map showing all the power plants that are oil powered. The same goes if I click on solar, it'll go to all the power plants that are solar powered. You can actually see the kind of hover better on non-mobile, so just regular desktop size. You can see why I made the text so large. So this may not be the best page for a desktop app, but actually does look pretty good on a mobile app. All right, so that is part 2 of building an app with create-t3-app, and this is using Tailwind to define the page that's going to display the results using trpc. So in part 3, we're going to do the routing and do a little bit of suspense action and show the map and go back and forth between the home page and the map page and do some pretty cool stuff there. So stay tuned for that so you don't miss it. Be sure to subscribe, comment with any questions below, and don't forget to like the video. See you next time. Late.